The first time Marcus Hales saw the alien princess, she was standing behind a wall of transparent crystal, watching him as if he were already a variable that needed to be measured. He had been brought to the capital world of the Virelian Empire under diplomatic language that sounded polite but felt final. Officially, Marcus was a systems liaison, one of the few human engineers trusted to help integrate Terran communication logic into the Empire's ancient orbital networks. Unofficially, he understood the truth the moment his shuttle crossed into Virelian-controlled space. He was there to be judged. Humans were new, loud, emotionally inefficient, and uncomfortably adaptable. The older civilizations of the galaxy did not fear humanity's technology. They feared its behavior. Wars fought too quickly. Alliances formed too emotionally. Compassion shone when strategy demanded distance. Marcus walked through the palace with measured steps, flanked by ceremonial guards whose armor shimmered like captured starlight. The palace itself did not feel constructed. It felt grown, its arches curved with organic intent, its floors subtly responding to gravity and motion. Every step reminded Marcus that he was very far from home. The guards stopped. The doors parted soundlessly. And there she was. Princess Celira of Virel stood at the center of the chamber, unarmored, unadorned by symbols of rule, yet unmistakably sovereign. She was tall and poised, her skin a pale gold threaded with faint bioluminescent patterns that shifted with her breathing. Her eyes, deep violet and luminous, fixed on Marcus with an intensity that stripped away pretense. This was not ceremony. This was examination. "You may approach," Celira said. Her voice was calm, melodic, and carried a pressure Marcus felt behind his eyes rather than in his ears. He stepped forward and stopped where the floor markings subtly indicated. "My name is Marcus Hale," he said. "Human Engineering Liaison." "I know," Celira replied. "I have reviewed your service record. Your failures. Your refusals." Marcus stiffened slightly. "Then you know I don't always follow expectations." "Yes," she said. "That is why you are here." The chamber shifted. The crystal walls dimmed, and the space felt smaller, more private. "This is not a formal hearing," Celira said. "It is a conversation." Marcus exhaled quietly. "Those tend to matter more." Her gaze sharpened, just slightly. They spoke for hours. She asked about Earth, not its politics, but its contradictions. Why humans built monuments to peace while perfecting weapons. Why they mourned strangers. Why they returned to disaster zones instead of fleeing them. Marcus answered carefully, honestly. He spoke of fear, of memory, of inherited mistakes. He did not romanticize humanity, nor did he condemn it. Celira listened without interruption. As the planet's long night cycle approached, the palace lights shifted into deeper hues. The guards withdrew. The room grew quieter. Then Celira stepped closer. "Marcus Hale," she said softly, "I have one final question." He felt it immediately. This was the question that mattered. "I'm listening," he said. She stood close enough now that Marcus could see the light beneath her skin respond to emotion. "If humanity were granted power equal to ours," she asked, "what would you do with it?" Marcus did not answer. He could feel the weight of the Empire in the silence. Not just Celira, but generations of rulers who had learned to equate control with survival. "I can't answer for all humans," he said at last. "I know," Celira replied. "That is why I asked you." Marcus looked down briefly, then met her gaze again. "We'd be afraid," he said. Her eyes narrowed. "Fear leads to destruction." "Yes," Marcus agreed. "But it also leads to restraint." He took a breath. "We know what it's like to be weak. To be overlooked. To be conquered by forces we didn't understand. If we had power like yours, some would misuse it. I won't deny that. Celira remained silent. But most of us, Marcus continued, would remember what it felt like to have none. We wouldn't rush to rule. We'd hesitate. Hesitation is inefficiency, she said. It's also responsibility, Marcus replied. We don't see power as proof of superiority. We see it as something that can go wrong. For a long moment, Celira said nothing. The bioluminescent patterns along her arms flared briefly, then faded. You believe suffering teaches wisdom, she said. I believe it teaches choice, Marcus answered. She turned away, her expression unreadable. The meeting ended soon after. Marcus returned to his assigned quarters with no sense of victory or failure. Days passed. Then weeks. Human diplomats were excluded from deliberations. Rumors spread through back channels, some spoke of sanctions, others of expulsion. Then came the summons. The council chamber dwarfed every space Marcus had seen before. Representatives of ancient species filled the tiers, beings of energy, stone, and form Marcus lacked language for. At the center stood Princess Celira. She addressed the council without hesitation. Humanity is not peaceful, she said. Nor are they inherently destructive. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. They act emotionally. They form attachments. They disobey hierarchy when it conflicts with conscience. Several representatives shifted. These traits make them unpredictable, Celira continued. And therefore dangerous. Marcus felt his chest tighten. And also, she said, necessary. Silence followed. When I asked a human what he would do with power, Celira said, he did not promise obedience. He did not promise conquest. She paused. He promised memory. The council voted. Humanity's status changed, not elevated to equals, not confined as subordinates, but acknowledged as a species shaped by consequence. After the session, Marcus stood alone on a balcony overlooking the glowing world below. Celira joined him quietly. You understand now, she said. Yes, Marcus replied. You weren't only testing humanity. No, she said. I was testing myself. She gazed out at the horizon. For generations, my people believed strength required distance, she said. Detachment. Control. And now? Marcus asked. And now I wonder what we lost by forgetting how it feels to struggle. She turned to him. Will you stay? She asked. As a liaison. As a reminder. Marcus smiled faintly. I think that's something humans are good at. The galaxy did not change overnight. But it began to shift. Because an alien princess asked one question. And a human answered honestly. And everything slowly, irrevocably, changed.